Why do you care so much about what other people think about you? Why does that bother you so much? To the point that you can't even be yourself. You can't even make certain decisions that are actually better for your well-being because you want to please somebody. You can't be your natural self because you want to look presentable to a certain type of person. Disappointing. It's like that. But seriously though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason why you should feel like you have to conform. Especially if you have a relationship with God. There's no reason why you should have to conform to anyone's standards except for God's. Because in His Word it says He uses the foolish things to confound the wise. His Word says that His foolishness is wiser than our righteousness and our wisdom. His worst is better than our best. Feel me? So that's the only stand. That's the only person you should be trying to please. Because if you think about it, and y'all literally saw in the thumbnail, but really think about that for a second. Like, actually read the thumbnail again and think about it. You feel me? Like, yep, you are trying to appeal to flawed people. You're trying to get attention from flawed people, from people that make mistakes, from people that have their own insecurities and are probably doing the same thing you're doing. You feel me? Those are the people you're trying to get attention from. And I'm talking to myself as well. I'm not like exempt from this. Yet the person that created us, the person that created everything we see, think, and feel, the person that created our body, our soul, and our spirit, and our mind, that's the person we overlook a lot of times. We think twice when it comes to doing what He says, when it comes to pleasing Him and making Him happy. But we're quick to change the way, not only the way we act, but even sometimes the way we look, just to, you know, appease other people and conform to other people. Why? Why do we do this? Please God, and you want to please anybody else. Because that's the difference between God and somebody else. His ways are not our ways. He doesn't look from the outside. He looks from within. Somebody might tell you, you might try to go, oh, I know you see, you don't say it out loud, but the way you act, the way you look. Yo, notice me, notice me, notice me. But God is like, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm waiting for you to speak to me. I'm waiting for you to hear me. I don't care how you look. I don't care how you act. I care how you act, but I don't care. I don't want you to change who you are. I want you to come to me. I don't want you to pretend to be somebody you're not. I don't want you to try and look a certain way when knowing deep down inside that is not how I created you to be. You know what I'm saying? Come to me. Come to me. That is what God is saying to each and every one of us that go through this. Guys, we're all uniquely made. We're all specially made. There's no reason for us to try and be like somebody else, or try and be like this group or that clique or that, that group of people. There's no reason why we have to do that. Because God created each and every one of us for a specific purpose, with a different assignment and a different calling. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Yep. I'm talking to that person that can't be by themselves. I'm talking to that person that can't self-reflect. Has to always have company around them. Has to always be on FaceTime with their partners or somebody to keep them from really addressing internal issues that they have within themselves. And to that person, if God is with you all the time, you're never alone. You know? So if you are in those moments where you feel like, man, I need to talk to somebody, God is right there. He's always is. As a matter of fact, he's excited. He wants to speak to you. He wants to hear from you. He cares about you. Everything about you, not just your soul, but he also cares about your spirit, your body, your mental health. He cares about all of you. Yep. So I challenge you, honestly. All those that feel like, all those that struggle with this. And I'm praying that whatever this is meant for, the algorithm will do its thing. And this message will be, put in front of their faces. So those that are watching, I do challenge you. I challenge you to talk to God. Pray to him and seriously talk to him from the heart. Don't feel as though you have to approach him in a certain type of way. But just be sincere. Be genuine. talk to him and talk to him specifically about this issue, about how you feel like you struggle with accepting who you are and being secure in yourself. Trust me. Once you open up like that, they'll start to work on you. Start to work on you. And over time, you'll be a different person. And not a different person because you conform to anybody, but a different person because you are stepping into the person that he called you to be. You're becoming a better version of yourself. Trust. I'm someone who I feel like, honestly, like I'm being completely honest with myself, I feel like throughout my entire life, I've pretty much been overlooked. I've pretty much been, accepted at best, been respected at best, but at worst, probably made fun of or, looked at a certain type of way. But I just thank God that, at an early age, I realized that my relationship with God is the most important relationship I have in my life. And as long as I'm doing everything I can to please Him, I'll be alright. That is something that I've lived by pretty much the majority of my life. And that's something I live by to this day. And it's kept me going. Especially in moments when I feel lonely. Moments where I feel like, when I feel like certain relationships are superficial. Like I feel like the connection I'm making with this person is it's not really gonna go anywhere. Or if it does go somewhere far, it's gonna fizzle out at some point, God has got me through all that. Through everything. Every encounter. Through experiences. That's another thing I'd say. Lastly, I would say that when you experience things with God, it's a different type of feeling, It's a different type of feeling from having experiences with a human being. If you know, like but it's like I can explain it to an extent, but to an extent I can't explain it because it's one of those things you kind of have to experience. But the best way I can explain this is through people in the Bible. For example, David. David is, and this is the best example I can explain, at least from my personal experience, because David was, a king. You feel me? David was somebody who was overlooked as a kid, but when he finally reached his potential and his destiny, he was just well respected because obviously he was a king. He was the king of Israel. But at the same time, he never changed in terms of his personality, how God created him, how he related to God. None of those things ever changed. From when he was a shepherd boy to being the king of Israel, that never changed. And why? Because he had special experiences with God. Let me give you an example. He was killing lions and bears. He was literally in life or death experiences with God. And I can say the same for myself. I've been in experiences where it's just me and God. And honestly, I've escaped certain, I've escaped all types of stuff, like death, multiple like times of almost dying, just catastrophic events that have formulated a special relationship with God. That's why when he became king, he was dancing, and people thought he was crazy. He was dancing like a child, dancing without caring about what anybody thought about him. He was expressing himself freely, and even his wife was like, "What is he doing?" Everybody, he was dancing on the rooftop. It wasn't like he was like dancing in his room, and that's something I need to work on too. He was dancing on the rooftops. Everybody could see him. Any single person that wanted to gaze up and glance at him could see him. There's somebody who literally went through killing lions and bears and killed a 9-foot giant. So that's the last thing I want to leave with y'all. Not only, do you want to talk to God and, ask him to really help you with that, but the experiences you have with him will literally, because once you have experiences with God, those can't be taken away from you. That will be with you forever. And when somebody tries to, talk down on you or, like make fun of you or whatever, you think about those experiences and you think about how God created you to be. And it's just like, man, it's all part of the process, It's just part of it. It's just part of it. It's really amazing because, and I love that story because I relate to it so much. So much. But I do challenge y'all to formulate that relationship. Start speaking to him in a genuine way, Talk to him like you talk to him. Like you talk to me on FaceTime or talk to somebody you love and care about. And genuinely. Trust. In no time, you'll be the most confident you'll be the most confident person you've ever been in your life. And people will start to see that and notice that. And though they have two choices, one, to admire that and accept you, or two, to feel offended and feel, intimidated by that. But that's how you know you're becoming the person that God has called you to be. And you also are becoming the person that the devil fears. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.